Morning, man. What's your name? Where you from?
My name's John. I'm from Colfax,
Colfax?
North Carolina.
That's what's going
Been
on.
born and raised around here all my life.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, let's kind of start from the beginning, man. Let's get your story, man. How was your childhood? You grew up in a two-parent household?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a kind of a broken household. My mama put us out and put me out in the road when I was 5 years old out of the car, me and my brothers, but she was an alcoholic, drank all of her life. She did the best she could. I mean, she just didn't, the alcohol controlled her life. And it put a scar on me. My daddy raised us.
So you're saying at 5 years old, your mom put you out the car?
Yep.
What you mean by that?
It made us walk home to our daddy and told us she didn't love us no more, didn't want us. So, we went home to our daddy.
So, and you say that she did, how's that doing the best she could?
And, well, I mean, I say that because, she drunk two cases of alcohol a day. A lot of the time, her life, she wasn't in her right mind. And so the alcohol made her decisions for her. But it left a scar on me. My daddy, I was washing my own clothes when I was 5, 6 years old. We didn't have home cooked meals every day. My daddy, he had a farm and he was working and constantly hauling and doing to make money to raise us. And I thought he did a good job, but it left a scar what my mama done. And then I started looking for a way out as soon as I got old enough and started dabbling in drugs, and one thing led to another.
How old was you when you first started dabbling in drugs?
I was about 15.
15?
I started smoking pot, and then that wasn't the kind of high that I was really looking for. It was, but it kept me calm, but it wasn't exactly the high I was looking for. I was looking for something for a minute to to keep from thinking about the way life's been for me. So then I started moving on to other drugs, trying other things, and until I, wandered up and started doing heroin.
Oh, so what did you start off with at 15? You said marijuana?
Like marijuana, and then
alcohol?
Drinking and alcohol, drinking.
Okay.
And
so when did you transition from the gateway drug to the hardcore?
Well, I was about. Then I got hurt a little bit, and I started on trying pain pills. People told me about pain pills, started dabbing in them, and got on them pretty bad, and then had a few surgeries. And they got me out there, the doctors did, and then it just put me in another stratosphere. I was doing Roxy 20s and the patches, the fentanyl patches, the 100 microgram fentanyl patches. I wore a patch for 2 years, and then after that, I started doing the heroin because they cut me off for no reason.
So what type of injuries you had that made you get surgery? What happened on that?
I had a degenerative spinal disease. They said I'd be in a wheelchair time I was 50. I had my first surgery when I was 32, and they told me I'd be in a wheelchair time I was 50. But I'm 55, almost 56 now. I'm still not, I'm still walking, doing good as far as that goes. But but I've had in all about 14 surgeries. I've had 5 esophagus, 5 back surgeries, upper back neck surgeries. I got 22 screws, 2 plates in my neck, 2 8-inch rods in my back. So I've had and 2 clamps from where I had the 5 esophagus surgeries. The last time I was in the hospital, I was in Baptist. I stayed 92 days up there. They operated on me 5 times. I like to died twice. Stayed in ICU 28 days. And when I got out, I got out and I got on the heroin. They wouldn't give me the pain pills. Like I said, they cut me off. That's when I was doing the patches and the Oxycontin, the Roxy 20s, and they cut me off for no reason.
And so no reason at all?
No reason at all.
When they said, hey, you can't get no more refills.
Yeah, well.
For no reason.
Yeah, they wouldn't give me no more refills. They said it was, this thing that started with whoever, the government or what. Well, they started cutting people off, and they cut me off, and and then I was already on the fentanyl real bad and the Roxy 20s, and so I really turned it up with the heroin then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went out there then. I've lived on the streets and motels. I've done it all. I've done it all. I gotta say, most of it's my own fault. I ain't really blaming nobody. You know, when I've grown up and I make my own decisions. You know, but I gotta say this: it wasn't totally my fault. The doctors put me out there, and then, you know, I done the rest. But you know, they the ones that got me out there where I couldn't control nothing. So I blame them, really.
They put you on the training wheels until you was able to ride a bike by yourself.
That's right, and that's why a lot of people's out here dying today, because they got cut off with the medication. They all had pain pills and the opiates, and then when they all started getting cut off, then everybody started going to heroin because they couldn't get to their medicine, and they started getting real bad sick, and so that fixed them. I know the first time I done heroin, within a couple minutes I was well, and that's when I was doing the patches and the pills. And when they cut me off, a friend introduced me to the heroin, and when I started doing it, I learned right quick that it would keep me well. I wouldn't have to be sick at all.
So on a daily, how much your addiction cost?
Oh man, I do from anywhere from $200 to $350 a day.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of heroin. If I got the money,
a lot of people say they can't even find heroin these days. They're going to fentanyl.
Well, a lot of people is. That's what I'm on now.
So you're not doing heroin. You're doing fentanyl.
Well, yeah, I'm doing fentanyl. It ain't really the heroin no more. It's just the fentanyl. The heroin, I can do a damn. Heroin don't do shit for me. I gotta have some fentanyl in it for to get me like I want to be.
So fentanyl is stronger than heroin?
Yeah, a lot stronger. It's stronger than anything out there right now. It's the best damn drug ever made. I know the fentanyl patches was, the microgram patches, but hey, this is the next best thing. So I wore the patches for 2 years, and so I would still be wearing them today but either way you look at it, I was on heroin. The doctor told me when I had these surgeries, you know, if you do pain pills, you're on heroin. It's all heroin. It's synthetic heroin. So if anybody out there has ever done pain pills, well, they're doing them still today, then they're on heroin. Same thing. It's all opiates. But you know, I'm spending a lot of money that, you know, I guess people say I don't have, but you know, but an addiction is an addiction, and I've let myself. I'm out there, so it is what it is.
Right.
I don't bother nobody. I don't steal. I don't rob people to get it. And I've never been like I wasn't raised like that. But you know, that's why I'm out here flying a sign. I ain't bothering nobody. I ain't hurting nobody. I'm not begging nobody for nothing. I just stand there. If somebody rolls the window down and gives it to me, great. If they don't, fine. I don't throw myself at no vehicle. Of course, that wouldn't last long. Somebody be done hurt me. But anyway, I just stand there and hopefully there's good people out here. I've learned that there's some bad people, but there's some good people out here that still got a heart and don't mind helping somebody when they're down. Despite what got me where I'm at, I'm there. And so, you know, I have to try to make it the best I can. And like I said, I don't steal or rob or nothing like that to do my drug, but you know, I fly, I draw a check every month. So I do as far as when I'm doing it, I don't hurt nobody but myself. I've never stole from nobody. I've never hurt nobody to get it. So, and I'm sure a lot of people probably can't say that, but I'm not them. You know, I do what I do, and if I can't get it, then that's it. I'll just be sick. But right. I do the best I can, and most of the time it works out for me.
So I heard you say that you fly a sign.
Yeah, I fly a sign.
So you hold one of them signs on the corner, and then people stop and give you money.
Right. I hold a sign.
So are you? And you said you got a $300 a day addiction.
Yeah.
And you get disability.
Right.
So when your disability run out, do that sign? Do you make enough money on that sign to support a fentanyl addiction?
Yeah, I sure do. I mean, some days I don't make a lot, but I do make an average. I make all right, but I have gotten big hits. I've gotten $500 hits, 400, 3, 2, 100. I had a lady to give me $160 a day for 8 months.
Huh?
7 days a week. I had a woman stop here every day and gave me $160 a day for 8 months, 7 days a week.
7 days a week?
Yeah, 7 days a week.
The same person stopped every day and gave you $160?
$160, that's over $1,100 a week. That right
a woman
there.
Did that for you?
A woman did that for me. Sure did. And it ain't been long ago it stopped, but you know, like I said, there's good people out here. Everybody's not bad. You know, most of these people, some people does have money, but everybody looks for a reason not to help somebody. despite why somebody gets herself down in a bad situation, when they're there. And, you know, and I'm like the next person, you know, I need help. At least I'm not out here robbing, breaking in, stealing, you know. That's the worst I do. I'm not hurting nobody. There's good, kind-hearted people that don't mind helping. They don't look for reasons not to. Like that lady, she didn't ever ask a question about me, what I done.
She never asked you nothing?
Nothing. She just
never had a conversation, just stop and give you the money every single day.
Every day. Told me it wasn't none of her business what I done with it. If she didn't want me to have it, she wouldn't give it to me. She said, it's none of my business what you're doing with it. I hope it's your, and I was at the time, I was staying in a motel every day because of her. See, every day because of her, I had a place to stay. So, you know, the money, even though I had an addiction, you know, the first thing I done every day with that was buy my room, and she made my life a whole lot easier by being out here, by coming by here every day. Because there was days without her money, I wouldn't have made $20. And she helped me to not have to struggle for a long time. I knew every day she was coming between 12:30 and 1:15, and I never missed her. If I didn't stay out here but that 45 minutes till she come, I was here every day.
Did you ever do anything nice for her, like give her a car and say thank you or anything besides down here just take her money every day?
Oh yeah. I washed her vehicle a couple times out here. I did do that, you know, she asked me to. So I'd have done whatever because she wanted me to do. I just cleaned her house, garage, whatever. I'd have helped her out, you know, because she never did ask me to do anything other than wash her vehicle a couple times. And but like I said, she come by here every day. And a couple of the days, or a few times, it was actually, there was days where the money actually run up to $250. On some days, not many, but instead of being just $160, there was a few days she pulled up and gave me $250. It probably wasn't more than 5 times out of that.
Right, but it was days she looked out for you.
She did do it.
Wow, so you make enough money flying that sign to support your habit.
Right.
So you say you get disability.
Right, I get about $1,600 a month.
$1,600 a month flying that sign, and you say you out here on the street living in motels and whatever you can live at.
Right.
That's enough money right there to live anywhere.
Right. Well, yeah. But see, the thing of it is with me, to live in a house, see, well, it's always been. I assume it still is. I got to have a deposit for the power. I got to have a deposit.
Right. I get it.
If the rent's $1,000 a month, I got to have a deposit. So I got to have $2,000. I got to have a deposit.
That's right.
So it ends up I'm gonna need $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000 to get. Then I got to buy TVs. I got to.
It's easier to stay in a motel.
Yeah, so it's just easy to stay. All my bills are included. And you know, I got a TV to watch, shower, tub, take a bath, stay warm, you know, whatever, cool, and all my bills are paid at one time.
Okay. You got any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got a couple brothers.
Oh yeah. So how your mom doing? You spoke up. You talked to her since you dropped off when you were 5 years old?
No, she passed away in '02. My daddy passed away in '80. My dad passed away in '87.
In 1987?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've been pretty much. You know,
out here on your own? Yeah,
on my own. Come on, my mama she wasn't never around much, no way. But you know, I learned that you know you only got one mom and daddy. So despite the way it's been, you know, I gotta love your mom and dad.
Yeah, you miss them now.
Yeah, you got to, and you know, I'm out here now, 55 years old. I know I make my own decisions, and I can't blame nobody. But you know, it's an addiction. It all comes down to an addiction.
So that's the only drug you do?
Yeah.
Only fentanyl?
Yeah, just fentanyl and I mean, I smoke a little pot every now and then.
Yeah, fentanyl is the main thing. That's your drug of choice.
Yeah, fentanyl's every day. You gonna do that drug every day because if you don't, you're gonna be sick.
How do it feel to be sick? Have you ever been sick?
Oh yeah, God, it's the worst. Being sick, the doctors, the rehab, anywhere you go will tell you. Your worst sickness that you've ever had, you can multiply times 20. Flu, pneumonia, whatever it is, you can multiply it times 20 when it comes to the opiate sickness. It will make you get what you're gonna have to have. You've got to get it. You can't just not do it because you're gonna start getting sick and it don't do nothing but get worse. And you can't control your bowels after about 4 or 5 days. You just lay on the floor cramping. It's awful. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah. So other than the bowels and feeling like you got the flu, is there what else do it do?
Well, I mean, you sneezing, eyes watering, yawning, But that's just all in the beginning, the watering of eyes, sneezing and all that. That's just in the beginning. But once it really kicks in on the second day, third day and all, as it progresses, the further you go into being sick, the more days you go without getting, the worse you're going to be.
Worse you're going to be?
Yep. And until, unless you're going to lay around and just, do whatever until it gets out of your body, which you're a better person than I am. I tried it. And I was still, I was 22 days in and not doing nothing. And I was still as sick 22 days in as I was first day I quit. So it don't work unless you go and stay somewhere. You're not gonna, well, I couldn't beat it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I get it. Man, I appreciate your time. I got a donation for you, but before we go, I want you to do me a favor. In case there's any school students, youth, minors, anybody, grown people, anybody that's contemplating choosing the lifestyle that you chose, what type of advice you got for them?
Look here, I wouldn't choose this, wouldn't put this on nobody. Don't ever, first of all, just don't start ever doing drugs, and don't ever try heroin. It's about probably the worst. Well, I don't know. I used to smoke crack. I was addicted to that too. So for a long time, but I don't do that anymore. But the heroin, you can't not do it. It's that bad. So, but anyway, just don't ever get on the drugs. If you think you're going to start to try it, go talk to somebody. Go to a church. Go somewhere where people ain't around the drugs, and they'll talk about different things and positive stuff and be positive with you instead of encouraging you to do something like that. Don't start it. You don't have to worry about being where I'm at. Stay away from it.
That's excellent advice, man. I appreciate your time, man. I got something for you. It was nice talking to you. God bless you too, man. And I hope the next time I see you, you've been in a different place in your life. Hope you find you some help. I know it ain't. I know it's easy to say and harder to do, but I have talked to people that's done it, and I got to end it with a positive note, give you some type of encouragement, because I hate to see people in your situation like this, man. Talk to them every day, and the more I talk to them, the more I say, dang, I want to help. You feel me? So, man, God bless you, man. I got something for you.
And thank you, sir.
All right.